Jacob Blyden. Welcome to BHS News.
Students in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade who scored proficient or advanced on their map testing got to go on a trip to Quincy and visit Scotty's Skateland. This took place on Friday, September 26th. There was bumper cars, video games, laser tag, and go-karts and skating that students were able to do depending on what they scored on their map testing.
Fans attending home baseball and softball games at Brashear this fall may have noticed a new addition to the scoreboard. A large sign featuring a team picture honors the 2010 Brashear baseball team who made it to the Final Four and finished second in the state tournament.
Brashear hosted Revere Friday night for a softball and baseball doubleheader. It looked like it would be a high-scoring softball game as Revere scored 4 runs in the top of the first and Brashear answered with 5. That would be all of Revere scoring except for a single run in the 5th. Meanwhile, Brashear scored 1 in the 2nd, 4 in the 3rd, and 5 in the 4th to cruise to a 15-5 win. Harlan Mihalovich, Sydney Sykes each had 2 hits for Brashear, with Aaron Bradshaw, Hannah Reeves, Skylar Hausman, and Allie Garrett also having hits. Sydney Sykes picked up the win, with Kaylee Hall pitching in relief.
Friday night was senior night for the Brashear softball girls. Allie Garrett, number 8, and Abby Hall, number 7, played their second to last home game for Brashear. They were recognized after the game with their fellow teammates bearing gifts.
Revere took the lead early with 3 runs in the first and 4 in the second. Brashear finally got on the scoreboard with a pair of runs in the 3rd and another 2 runs in the 6th. As Revere took the game by a final score of 12-4, Dalton Hawker homered for Brashear, with Jacob Blyden and Gabe Thomas also having hits. Chance Hill got the start for Brashear, with Gabe Thomas and Colt Hackton pitching in relief.
The Lady Tiger softball team headed to Lancaster Saturday for the Schuyler County tournament. Brashear faced Knox County in pool play for their first game of the day. Knox County struck first with 3 runs in the first, and they never looked back as they blanked Brashear 14-0. Next up for Brashear was Milan in the second pool game. Brashear got the bats going and scored 2 runs in the first and 1 in the second, but Milan put the game away early with 7 runs in the first on their way to 19-3 win. Allie Garrett had 2 hits for Brashear, with Abby Hall, Mandy Taylor, and Hannah Reeves also having hits. In the final game of the day, the Tigers faced Nomdra in the consolation game. Brashear wasted no time, bringing in 5 runs in the first to take a 5-1 lead. Nomdra's big inning came in the 3rd as they scored 5 to close the gap 7-6, but Brashear kept the bats going and pulled away for a 12-6 win. Sydney Syke led Brashear offense with a triple and 2 doubles, with Abby Kirby and Allie Garrett also having hits.
Brashear visited Memphis Monday for a pair of non-conference softball games. Brashear's Skylar Hausman bunted the first pitch of the game to reach first safely. Then Abby Kirby moved her to second on a sacrifice bunt. After a ground out for out number 2, Allie Garrett singled to right field, but Hausman was thrown out at the plate. Although Brashear's defense held Scotland County to only 4 runs through the first 3 innings, they were unable to get anything going offensively. Scotland County blew the game open in the 4th and went to win 14-0. Skylar Hausman, Allie Garrett had hits for Brashear. Brashear won the JV game by a score of 3-2. The Marion County Mustang softball and baseball teams were in Brashear Tuesday for a pair of non-conference games. Runs were scarce in the softball game until Brashear scored 3 in the 3rd. Marion County got 2 of those back in the 5th and another in the 6th to tie the game at 3-all. Going into the 7th, the Tigers managed to get the first 2 outs, but an infield pop-up fell, allowing a run to score, and 3 more runs would come in before Brashear could get the 3rd out. Trailing 7-3, Brashear managed to score 1 run in the bottom of the 7th, but Marion County hung on for a 7-4 win. Abby Kirby had 3 hits for Brashear, with Skylar Hausman, Harley Mihalovich, Abby Hall, Hannah Reeves, and Haley Lawrence also having hits. Sydney Sykes got the start on the mound.
In the baseball game, Marion County struck first with a pair of runs in the top of the first, followed by 3 more in the second. Meanwhile, Brashear batters couldn't get on track. Chance Hill singled in the top of the first, but the Tigers' next hits didn't come until the 4th and 5th, as Jacob Blyden and Zane Sykes also singled. Marion County added 3 more in the 4th and 4 in the 5th to win by a final score of 12-0. Gabe Thomas got a start for Brashear, with Chance Hall and Colt Acting pitching in relief. Both Tiger teams will be in action again Monday as they face La Plata in a pair of conference games. Boom.